Hi, my name is Nikki, and thank you for following me through this series so far. If you've been watching through all the videos about CLEP, you can see that we learned about what the CLEP exam was, how to access CLEP, how it can save you money, how to check if your college transfers CLEP credits, how to choose what exam to take. Now, today we'll go through an issue that I had a few days ago when I was taking my CLEP exam. So, before we start, I want to let you know that CLEP has a support available when you are taking your exam. So this is just an example of the FAQ section of the support. You go to Solution Home, and then it has general questions, student questions, instructor questions, institution questions, data privacy questions, video questions, everything is there. Now, my particular problem was, let me search up the support that before I start talking about this story. You can always call, submit a support ticket. You can chat with a chat bot. You can also email them if you need help with during or before you take your test. So it was Monday. I was about to take my Western Civilization 1 exam through CLEP, and I had everything ready. I logged into the Verificent app when it was time for my exam. I went through the pre-exam process where I have to present my ID, I have to do a face scan, I have to take a video of my room, I have to take a video of the table and chair I was sitting on, making sure that my total environment, my proctor knew about. I communicated with my proctor, they communicated with me. Everything was going perfectly until it was moments before I needed to actually take my test. So there's something called the ETS browser, which Verificent uses. Sorry, Verificent uses to actually take your CLEP exam. So once I got to the ETS browser, my proctor is telling me that, hey, I can't see you through your computer camera. So how a CLEP environment at home is set up is your phone camera has the Proctor Trap app downloaded, and it is taking a video of you and your environment from a distance, while also your computer camera is also taking a video of you, like right here, from your computer as well. So everything is being tracked. You are whatever is surrounding you is being made sure is being looked at, and what you're looking at on your computer screen through the Proctor Track app and the ETS browser are being looked at. Now, ETS browser needed access to my phone. My camera on my computer, my microphone, and it needed my screen um, because if you're taking a test, it needs to be secure. All right. My proctor tells me, "Hey, I can't see your camera is seeing on your computer." And I was like, that's weird. So I came to this general FAQ sections and I searched up camera because I did not understand. And I was like, okay, how to allow Windows device permissions for camera and microphone if not allowed. Initially, I thought this was already allowed, but turns out it was a different problem in totality. So it told me, okay, allow camera and microphone access through Google Chrome. Already did that. It tells you that's the very first thing before you actually install the ETS app when it tells you to install it. Now it told me, okay, go to Start Settings, Privacy, then Camera, and see if you've already allowed apps to access your camera. And I was like, I've confirmed 5 times that ETS and Proctor Track have access to my camera, right? It also told me to make sure my microphone is accessed through Start, Settings, Privacy, and Microphone. I was like, yes, it is accessed. So it did not make sense to me at all. Then I remembered my computer is linked to my phone through an app called, I think, Phone Link by Microsoft. So whenever my phone camera is being used in some way, it shows that video on my computer to tell me that, hey, your phone is linked and your camera is being used. You're using your camera, whatever. And it shows me the video. And I was like, huh, that's weird. So what I did is I went into Task Manager, or was it Settings? One of those two, and I deleted the phone link app. Deleting the phone link app did nothing because my computer was still linked to my phone. So I went into Bluetooth because that's what the phone link app uses, and I went into mobile devices and I disconnected my phone. So once I finished disconnecting my phone through Bluetooth, it was like, okay, you have no other devices connected to your computer. I went into mobile devices, everything was over, and I was like, okay, I must be set up. So I told the proctor that, hey, I think I have a solution. Is there anything you'd like me to do? They told me, okay, restart the ETS browser. And I was like, okay. So I restart this browser, and then it tells me, oh, we still cannot access your camera. So I was like, that is very weird. I just did everything that I thought I was supposed to do. So I went to look up the customer support number. First of all, I asked my proctor, is it okay if I go into Google this phone number, then use my phone to call it? Because it's so important that you let your proctor know everything that you're doing. You want to avoid the risk of them thinking that, oh, you are doing something else other than what you need to do. So I asked them, they let me Google and call this number through my phone. Once you go into a different app on your phone, the Proctor Track apps, the Proctor Track app does not have access to you or whatever it needs from you to take the test. So I went into my phone, called this number, and I had access to an agent, and he was like, okay, have you went into settings and made sure that Proctor Track and DTS have access? I was like, yes. Have you made sure that the toggle on your camera, which I'm about to turn it on, the toggle on your camera is open? I was like, yes. Have you closed ETS browser and opened it back up? I was like, yes. So then he told me to restart my entire computer and try again. So I restarted my entire computer, tried again, and everything worked. So I was very happy. It took me an hour, but that hour was worth it. Thank you for joining me. I hope this is helpful for troubleshooting such problems like your Proctor Track app is not working. There's some connectivity issue happening. Always important to communicate with your proctor, let them know what's happening. And safe testing, Janice. See you in the next one.